Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WillStalker25, and we're almost at the 2-week mark since Pokemon Day has happened, and we've had the announcement of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, the pack name. But that consists of 2 DLCs. Now, today I just kind of want to talk quickly and briefly about the DLC and my thought process on when the DLC is actually going to drop, because I've been seeing a lot of speculation online, and I did a little bit of digging around, and I've been looking myself and trying to theorize everything. And so, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have their new DLC. It's a DLC bundle pack consisting of 2 DLCs, DLC 1, DLC 2. The Teal Mask, which releases fall 2023, and the Indigo Disc, which releases winter 2023. Now, Indigo Disc is DLC 2. That is 100% confirmed, and I do want to go talk on this really quick leak right here. I'm going to pull up on screen right now for you guys. This was a leak that came out and was pretty much kind of confirmed, because it came out a couple days before the Nintendo Direct. Everybody's talked about it. Most of the big PokeTubers and stuff like that, A-Drive, everybody has mentioned it already somewhere in some form. They've talked about it. It's even been pretty much like confirmed by Riddler Coup, the main Riddler who puts out all the things on Twitter about leaks and stuff like that, but gives you riddles so he doesn't leak things directly. But pretty much it just confirmed and talked about like everything we were going to see in the Direct. And he came back and he said that he wanted to not going to leak any more information. He just wanted to clarify some things. He said, because he previously said in his original leak that the theme of the DLC is Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, which is the name, and then Hexagon. He said that the Hexagon is not the 3rd DLC title, but an element that is displayed many times within the DLC, which makes sense. So, as far as we're aware, there's no 2nd DLC bundle or 3rd DLC or anything along that nature as of right now. We just know the 2 DLCs we're getting, the Disc one and the Mask one. And then he said that there was also going to be special terrestrial appearances, kind of like Gigantamax, probably, for specific Pokemon. And then here's the interesting thing. He said there's going to be a new Switch model, which is mentioned. There's some, text there, which I can't read and understand. But pretty much what it translates to is like next-gen console type thing, next-gen system. As far as he knows, the DLC 2 is scheduled to be released in early 2024, which is where we're going to get to right now. So early 2024, that, you're thinking winter 2023, that's what it says on screen right now. That's what is supposed to be the DLC release date. Well, no, because fall 2023 realistically consists of December 23rd, 2023 through December 21st, 2023. So anywhere from September 23rd to December 21st is when the Teal Mask could realistically probably come out. And then you have winter 2023, which is anywhere from December 22nd, 2023 to March 20th, 2024. Now, I'm going to pull this up really quick on screen. I did a little looking. If you go onto the marketplace to buy the DLC, which is $35, $34.99, if you go to that, and you go looking around in here, if you go to the Teal Mask and you click on it, it says estimated release date December 31st, 2023. So a couple days after the end of the winter thing. So as well, if you go to the Indigo Disc, it has an estimated release date of April 30th, 2024, which is outside of that winter realm. So realistically, my thought process is Nintendo, I believe, uses a fiscal year of, it ends in March for them. So it ends in March, begins in April, and runs throughout the year. I don't know if they do quarterly things or anything like that. If they do decide to do quarterly, March 31st is the end date, June 30th, September 30th, December 31st. That's their like quarterly stuff. So my thought process is we're not going to see the Indigo Disc until most likely, I would guess, probably February 2024. Now, to hark back on that rumor that he said where there's going to be the DLC doesn't come out till 2024 and doesn't release until a new Nintendo console comes out. The Nintendo Switch has been out now for, it just hit its 6th birthday. March 3rd is the release date of the Nintendo Switch. So, my thought process is they're going to let the Nintendo Switch 7 years old or whatever next year. Either on its birthday, they're going to release a new model, whether it be a Switch 2, I don't think it's a Switch Pro. I think it is a next-gen console in a way, as you would call it. You know, like what the Switch was to the 3DS and the Wii U. I think we're going to get a new system. Whether or not they have backwards compatibility, that's another story. I could see them having a way where you could like transfer save data and they re-release the game again, like the Scarlet and Violet game again, maybe on the Switch, and they have the DLC that works. It kind of does make sense when you think about it that maybe Game Freak realistically did develop Scarlet and Violet for that new console, and that's why it runs so poorly on the Switch, because they had to downgrade it so hard and they didn't optimize it properly for the second system. That's just all rumor and conspiracy theory brain going there. But my thought is that for the Indigo Disc, we will be seeing it, if it is rumored to release with the next console. I have a feeling March 2023 is probably when it comes out, or maybe early February. If I had to guess, they want to probably either end their year really strong, since it ends at the end of March 2024 for this fiscal year, and they want to end and start that quarter, either start quarter 1 up really hard or end quarter 4 all the way like really strong. I have a feeling it's either they release that new Nintendo console and they just try to get as many things as possible, like purchases, and then as well, if we go back to the Teal Mask, I have a feeling that our release date that we're gonna see with the Teal Mask is probably gonna be, if they do the same thing like what they do with Scarlet and Violet released on November 18th, which was the 3rd Friday of November. If we see a very similar trend and they release the DLC around then as their kind of like yearly Pokemon release, I have a feeling the Teal Mask will probably release on November 17th. So if I had to guess, in all honestness, all seriousness, Teal Mask won't be out until probably November. Now, another reason why you might be saying, why are you guessing this? Well, if you go down to the DLC, and now they might also just do these release dates just as like a kind of, you know, just to try and get you to, like, they have the, maybe legally they have to put the release date there, but I don't know, where did it go? So Zoroark, which is the early purchase bonus for this, you have to make the purchase by Tuesday, October 31st, and you'll receive a code that can be redeemed all the way until February 29th, 2024. So you have to buy the DLC before Halloween, October 31st, 2023, to receive the code to get this special Zoroark. So that's an early purchase bonus. My thought process is, if Zoroark, if his early purchase bonus isn't until it ends on the 31st, I don't think that they release the first DLC until after October 31st. If that, I mean, I could be crazy, they could release it before, but I have a feeling that we don't see the DLC until November. Specifically, probably November 17th. Now, we could see it earlier, we could see it on the 10th, it's probably going to release on a Friday. I don't remember the exact release dates for the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, but I'm pretty sure the Crown Tundra was in a November/December setting, so I have a feeling we will see this DLC then. I don't think we see it earlier, which is a long way to go until November. So, I don't know. We could be waiting quite a while until the Teal Mask. Now, like I said, the Indigo Disc, estimated release date for them is April 31st. We could see it as an April release date, but April is outside the realm of winter for, 2023. So, I have a feeling it releases sometime probably in March. Now, it could be Pokemon Day, but if it releases with the new Nintendo console, I see the Nintendo console probably dropping after the 7-year anniversary of the Switch. So they probably release it sometime middle of March. My guess is, if I had to guess, for March 2024, we could probably be seeing it drop on, let's see, March 8th. March 15th, something along those lines. I have a feeling it's going to be the first 2 weeks of March when we get the Indigo Disc. That's just my thought process on it, though. We could be seeing these early, but I did want to just kind of like make this video just to discuss with everybody whatnot, because I've also been seeing a lot of stuff online, people thinking that the Indigo Disc isn't DLC 2 and there really is another DLC coming. No, Indigo Disc is DLC 2. There's no other, like, there could be DLC 3, DLC 4, and another like DLC pack coming later down the road, but I don't know. It just depends. If they do launch a new console next year for Nintendo, I could see Scarlet and Violet being the last like Switch one, and maybe they make Scarlet and Violet be on like whatever Switch and Switch 2 that they decide to release. Maybe it's a joint game, kind of like what Breath of the Wild was, where it released on both the Wii U and the Switch, but instead they just like allow it to work. Granted, who knows if backwards compatibility works. If DLC 2 does release alongside the new Nintendo console, then I would assume backwards compatibility is going to be a thing. Otherwise, they were releasing Scarlet and Violet again for everyone to purchase for a second time, and I don't think people are going to want to do that, especially when DLC 2 should have to work on the Switch then if people buy the pack. So that would have to, it would have to. So the new console probably would have backwards compatibility. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about all this? Do you think we're going to get the Teal Mask earlier than November? I truly don't think so. Do you think we're going to get even the Indigo Disc in 2023? I truly don't think so. I think it releases after Pokemon Day, which would be a whole year after its announcement. But, you know, we've seen crazier things, like when they announced Legends Arceus for the first time. It was almost a year after its announcement. So I could see them releasing Teal Mask at the end of this year, ending their quarter 4 or whatever really strong, and then to end their entire fiscal year, their entire earning year or whatever, I could see them dropping the new Nintendo console sometime next March in 2024 alongside the Indigo Disc, them hyping up the Indigo Disc in the next Pokemon Day or whatever, and who knows. We could see them earlier though, but again, I just don't personally think so. So with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think about all this. Let me know when you think these games are coming out, and what are you going to be doing in Scarlet and Violet to keep yourself busy until then? Because personally with me, I'm not really touching the game right now because I'm freaked out about that whole save corruption bug. Who knows what the reasoning is behind it, and I haven't even bought the DLC yet in case the DLC is the cause of one of those things. So I will catch you guys all in the next one. If you haven't done so already, would always appreciate a like and subscribe on the channel. It does help me out a lot. Do greatly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys all in the next one. See you, everyone.